Hello and welcome everyone to the tutorial part 3 for the making of the pop art pillow cover. We will be making this spiraled back today, and be warned, I will not crochet every single mini with you this time because this spiraled back is actually just an extension of what we have already made when we were making these squares for the front of the pillow. So just keep counting and adding minis as you go, and each spiral will fit in each other, and just make sure that one spiral is longer than the other spiral, just as I showed you with these two spirals for the front. There's always one longer one and one smaller one, and that goes the same for the back of the pillow. So today I am making the back for this smaller pillow. Whether you're making the back for the smaller pillow or the larger pillow, the black and white border will be the same, and that too I will not crochet with you because it will be made in exactly the same way as we did on the front of the pillow. So I will only walk you through the steps but not show everything. I will walk you through the making of the side here, and I will walk you through the adding of the zipper. And I hid it so well, I can't even find it anymore. Well, there's a zipper there, and I'll walk you through that as well. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask. To make the spiraled back for your pillows, whether you're making the bigger, larger pillow with 9 squares or a smaller pillow with 4 squares, you will start making your regular smaller square again. However, you will not stop here and start a return pass here. You will continue and make that spiral longer. So then it will look like this. You will continue and make the spiral longer. You will add corner squares, corner mini grannies, and you will add straight mini grannies. And that is how you will continue till the total count of mini grannies matches the total count of mini grannies on the front before the black and white border begins. So here we have 17 mini grannies. Don't forget that pink one there. And on the front are 17 mini grannies as well, because before the black and white border begins. So those 2 spirals need to be made first. And when you have that count right, then you start on your return pass and complete all those mini grannies. The spiraled back for the smaller pillow will end with only 10 mini grannies on the last stretch. And that's the stretch before the black and white border begins. So that will look like this. Here's a kind of a chart. And this is the chart that I'm going to use for the back, the spiral on this pillow, because this pillow will need a spiral that ends with 10 minis. Let me show you what I'm talking about. I made the longer spiral of the 2 parts for the back already, and if you lay it on top of the front of your pillow, you will see that it will fit, and we are getting there. It will fit over these last rounds here. So this is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 minis there and 10 minis here. This is the larger part, the larger section of that big spiral for the back. I made the smaller part of the spiral already as well, and I just want to show you that it doesn't really look good when you have not done the return pass yet. I've started the return pass here, and then you will see the shape coming out. Before you start the return pass, it will look like a wavy thing. That smaller spiral is finished now as well. I just did the return pass, and now I'm going to lay it down in here and show you what it looks like. I've been telling you to start your strands, your curls in the center here. That's what I've been telling you to do all the time, and there's no problem with that. You just keep counting up. But I started these spirals at the end. Notice my yarn ends here, because you always start and end at the same point. I started at the end, just to try it out. And what I noticed is that the spiral is spiraling in the opposite direction. So where this spiral is going to the left, that spiral is going to the right. So that will be a difference when you start here. And you might want to use that knowledge to make a different composition maybe. So I just thought I'd share that with you. Just a progress report on the zipper seam for the back of the pillow. I started here, I'm at the center, and I will be continuing along this line here till all those parts are connected as well. And then the zipper seam will end over here. This is going to be the back of my pillow. This was the front of my pillow. And if I lay them on top of each other, this is what you should have. If you are also at this stage, this just the black and white border should stick out. So this is 10 mini grannies here, and there's 10 mini grannies down here as well. Depending on the size of the pillow you're making, that should match up. And what to do next is to make another black and white border. And I'm going to make exactly the same border as I made here onto this. And again, I won't be showing you how to do that because we discussed that in the previous tutorial. Here are the two sides of my pillow, the front and the back. And the next step, which you probably will have guessed already, is to add a round of single crochet, and in my case a pink round of single crochet, because those last rounds are going to be zipper stitched together, and it's nicer and a cleaner look if the zipper stitch and the front and the back, so the front and the back, are done in the same color. And I'm just going to show you how it looks on this larger pillow that I already made. So here I did one round of single crochet in yellow, and on the back I did one round of single crochet in yellow as well, and that was connected with a zipper stitch in yellow, and then you get this look. Finally, you see me crocheting in this tutorial, and I'm just doing a single crochet in both loops of the previous round. This could be the last round of the back of the pillow. I say could. In my case, I will add another round of single crochet because I did do 2 rounds of single crochet on the front of the pillow. You see them here. So I will need 2 rounds on the back as well. I did that for a special reason, and I will show you in a minute why. Just hang in there, I'll be right with you. The rounds of single crochet that were made onto the back of the pillow, the final rounds, are exactly the same. I made exactly the same way as the rounds that were made on the front of the pillow. So you can find that in part 2 of this tutorial. These are the front and the back of the pillow, and they are ready to connect. And before you connect, just make sure that the black and white lines are aligning. It doesn't, I think that looks best, but it's up to you. If you like it checkered, that's fine too, of course. You can do whatever you like, what you think is best. I'm going to make sure that my stripes are aligned. And what you can do is add a zipper and then crochet the others, and the zipper will be connected to the back and the front. You will sew that in, and then the other 3 sides will be connected with a zipper seam. I showed you on that original pillow that I made first, and that zipper seam will look like this if you make it in the same color as the single crochet that were used on the front and the back. I, however, need to do another thing first. I am not using an ordinary pillow stuffing for my pillow this time, and this is going to be on a stool, and I have this foam, and this foam is rather thick, and I thought it would be nice to add a round of single crochet of mini grannies all around it, because that will be the correct height, and then this round of mini grannies will be zipper seamed to that side and to the other side. And this is why I also added the extra round of single crochet, because I am going to skip all these PLTs here. We skipped all the PLTs here, so I'm going to skip them here as well, and I will only be connecting the 3 double crochet and the chain stitch on either side to this pink border. And to do that, I need 5 stitches for each granny, and we know these were all 5 stitches, but this was new. And to get the 5 stitches, I have now got 1 chain in the corner and 4 stitches, and that will be exactly right to fit 2 grannies around that corner there. I hope this all makes sense. I will show you in a minute. That chain of minis that I'm going to use on the side of my pillow needs to be 12 minis long on all 4 sides. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. 12 minis here, 12 minis there. And I have made that chain of mini grannies already. I'm at the 12th mini granny here of this 4th side, and this is going to be connected to the very first mini granny. This is the 48th mini granny of that sling of mini grannies that is going to go around the side of my pillow, and it needs to be connected to the very first mini granny of that sling, and I just made sure that it's not twisted. And what I'm going to do now is chain 1 and pull up through in that chain 2 space there on that first mini, chain 1 again, pull up through in this double crochet here on the first mini, and then double crochet in that 48th granny, pull up through in the first granny, double crochet in the 48th granny, pull up through in the first granny, and there's the 3rd double crochet of that 48th granny. And now we can start the return pass, and we are going to do a chain 2, 1, 2, and complete all of those minis with 3 double crochet, and in between all of those we're going to do a chain 1, a slip stitch, and a chain 1. All the minis have been completed. This was the very first starting mini. I did the 3 double crochet and a chain 1, and now I will connect it to the chain 2 space here that is on that 48th granny, and my cord of minis is ready. This is the frame that I just made with the 48 minis, and here is the top of the front of my pillow on top of the what's this called, the stuffing, the foam that I'm going to use as a stuffing on my stool. And as you can see, this is the exact correct height, so I'm lucky. And this is going to be put around the pillow like so, and connected with the zipper seam along the to the pink last round there. And what I just have to keep in mind is that I skip all the PLTs here, because I skipped all the PLTs here as well, so those stitches are no longer available here. That's all we need to keep in mind, and then it will all match up exactly as I think it should, because I added enough stitches here in the corners to make it, the minis fit there as well. I will start in the corner here, and I added that extra round of single crochet so that there would be 5 stitches here to match up with the 5 stitches on this mini granny, and this chain stitch here counts as a stitch on this side as well, and it's going to be matched up with a chain stitch on that granny there. And I'm going to pull up a loop, and this is how we already know how the zipper seam starts. I just want to show you something else, and what I want to show you is because I'm doing it this way around, there is nothing strange showing through here. If I would turn my work around, and I'll show you what that will look like now, and in a minute you will see why I prefer working the other way around. So why I prefer inserting the hook in the light pink color first, because now I'm inserting the hook in the dark pink color and then in the light pink and pulling up the loop. And here is the 5th stitch of this mini granny, and you will see what I mean. Now you see the difference. Now you see that there's this dark line there. So that's what I wanted to show you, and that is why I am working the other way around. So, and you will see that the black and white squares match up with the minis below, and this one will match in the corner, and there's no color shining through. There's always color shining through, like here, but because this is flat it won't show, but this is folded around the corner, so that's why I'm using the same color pink. The first 12 minis are connected to the top of the pillow. It's going to be the side of the pillow, these minis, and I am ready to turn the corner here. And this last mini was connected into that, with a zipper stitch into that last chain space there. And now we continue with the next chain stitch, the back loop, and connect that into the next mini, the chain space, chain stitch on that mini. We do not skip stitches on this side, we only skip the PLT stitches on that side. After making that last zipper stitch here, I cut the yarn, pulled it up and out, and now I'll just work away the yarn, and that is done by inserting the needle under the loops of the first zipper stitch here and back down there, and you will never know where you started or where you ended, and then work away that yarn end at the back. These are those 48 minis that have been connected as a side part of my little cushion here. This is my foam that is going to be on the stool, and I needed those 48 minis along the side, and this is how it's fitting. I just want to show you that, and looks perfect to me. So now we can continue with attaching the back of the pillow, and that is this one here. Before I connect the back and the front of the pillow to each other, I am going to add a zipper, and I had a zipper in this other pillow as well. There you see it, and I think that's handy. This is all done by hand, so I'll try and show you as good as possible how I did it. I first did one side of the zipper, and with pins I attached the zipper to the side of the pillow as closely as possible to the zipper part. And then by hand, I will sew it on there. This zipper is a bit too long, but that doesn't matter. I'll just fold it inside the pillow and you'll never see it. There's no problem there. I'll start sewing the zipper to the side of the pillow, 1 mini square away from the corner. This is the corner of the pillow here. I am going to start with the first stitch here, and I'm doing that so that knot at the end of my sewing yarn is in between the zipper and the crochet work, and then pull it up here. So this is how I'm going to sew to the left, and I'm going to make sure that I keep the crochet work as close as possible to the zipper. Here's one side of the zipper sewn into the side of my pillow. I've made sure that it's nice, that the crochet work is sewn in close to the zipper part, so that it will hide under there, that the zipper will hide under the crochet a bit. We will hide it some more later. And now we're going to do the same thing on the opposite side of the pillow, and just make sure that the stripes are lined up correctly. I will do exactly the same there and pin it down first and then sew it in. The zipper is all sewn in there, and I'm quite happy with how it's looking. And it's time to crochet the parts of the pillow together in the front and the back. And the zipper will open and close, that's good. And as you can see, it's a bit too long, but I don't mind about that, because I will just tuck it in there when this is connected and you won't see any of it. I will be connecting the back and the side of this pillow with, yes, another zipper seam, and I will be starting straight after this real zipper here, and I will start in the 5th stitch from the corner, 1 2 3 4 5, because I'm going to make 5 stitches in each mini granny on that side. We will not skip any stitches on this side, and we will skip all the PLTs here, and then the stitch count will be good. So just make your zipper seam all the way around, and I'm almost at the corner there. I made the 5 zipper stitches here, and I'm going around the corner, and the next zipper stitch is going to be made in the back loop of the next stitch on this side and the back loop of that chain stitch there, because we are skipping all PLTs. So that's all you need to remember if you're doing your pillow in the same way I am doing it with this side here. If you do not have those minis there and are just connecting the back to the front, you are just gonna not skip anything, because then everything will match up. This side and this side are exactly the same. All I need to do now is connect these 5 stitches here of this mini to the 5 stitches on this side, and then that zipper, this zipper will be locked in there nicely. So I'll just go ahead and do that. I'll be right back with you. The last zipper stitch is done, and all I'm going to do now is slip stitch along this pink side here, and in doing that, this zipper here will be hiding a bit more. So I'll just show you. If you're worried that the zipper is going to be hiding in the back there, you could sew a few stitches on here so that it blocks, so that it's that it breaks, that it doesn't go back into the pillow. My zipper is too long, of course, so that's why this is happening. But I'm not worried about that, so I'm leaving it as it is. I'll just go slip stitching to the very beginning where I started this round. And I'm just going to slip stitch on this one side only. And what you will see is that this will look more complete and it will hide this zipper a little bit more. So I'll just finish this and then I'll show you the result. The last slip stitch was made. I cut my yarn. I'm going to pull it up and out and work away this yarn end. This is where we started the round. I'm just going to make a make-believe stitch here. And then we can work some yarn ends away and the pillow is finished. And when I close my zipper now, I'll just show you. This slip stitch round will close over it and it will be almost invisible, not completely, but it will look nicer. The zipper is in there and it's hiding very well, I think. You can see it here. And it's time to insert the pillow. I didn't work away all yarn ends. I would be crazy. So I'm going to stuff in that pillow there and then the pillow cover is finished. Stuffed it, zipped it, and it's done. Here you see my finished pillow on the stool and I'm quite happy with how it turned out. I like the look on both sides. I hope the tutorial was clear for you, and if not, please don't hesitate to ask me. I will be happy to help. Thank you for watching and have a great day. Bye bye.